Shut up and sit down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 50 of WIW. What an honor it is indeed. Thank you all so much for all of your support. As you know, Mind Games pay-per-view is coming up, and I have some news and updates on the pay-per-view. Firstly, SDC and I can confirm that a fatal four-way will occur tonight, and the winner will be the final man on Mayhem. I can confirm that one other member has already been chosen, and that will be announced later down the line, announced in the next few weeks. Also, this month, every show will main event with Mayhem versus Fight Night matches, and the winning brand will be rewarded with a new superstar to the roster. We kick off tonight with SDC and Jayden taking on the officially announced co-captains of Carter James and KO Oxley. Oh, and one more thing. I want to announce the Cruiserweight title will be returning. We will not have a separate show for it. Instead, both brands will fight for one Cruiserweight title, and it can be defended on any show. Over the next few weeks, we will be having some matches on both shows to determine 2 Mayhem and 2 Fight Night #1 contenders for the title. Those 4 will then compete in a fatal 4-way match at Mind Games to crown their first ever WIW Cruiserweight Champion. A Mind Games pay-per-view will be all Fight Night vs Mayhem matches, and all champions will face off against each other. Each match is worth 1 point for the brand, and the team with the most points wins. All winning participants will receive individual rewards and will be given to them after the pay-per-view. For some it will be title matches, for others it may be a month off from defending the title. It completely depends. So that's all from me tonight, so enjoy this big month. Let's get tonight underway and let the Mind Games begin. Of WIW, we are back here on Monday Night Mayhem, and we got to thank you guys, because without you we would never have made it to 50 episodes. This is by far the longest run at this we've ever had. So thank you very, very much for your support. My name is Darren Jacobs, and we're here with all the Mayhem action tonight. Of course, the main event already announced to be the tag team match, the first between Fight Night and Mayhem for the series, and the winner gets a new member to their roster. What a big, big deal that is going to be. That's going to be tonight's main event. But kicking off tonight, someone who just came out of a tag team match, actually. It's Bomber making his way down to the ring. Now, Bomber has requested this match against his partner from last week, Dicson. Well, if we look back to last week, Bomber blames Dicson for the defeat, to the extent that it was his fault, I guess, trying to save the match, but couldn't quite get the job done, so I guess that was his reasoning. But at the same time, he was kept down and out for a solid minute, so I guess that they're kind of both to blame on that one. But that's how I see things. Bomber hasn't seen it that way, so we will see how this match goes down. So Bomber has requested a match with Dicson, and they have removed themselves from any eligibility from the tag team tournament. And the final round of that tag team tournament will commence today, or the first round, sorry, will commence today, and the rest of the teams will progress to next week. So Bomber's down here, and we now get to see him take on Dicson one-on-one, and what a match this would be. This is 2 true powerhouse fighters going head-to-head, one-on-one. It's going to be one for the ages between these two top-tier powerhouse fighters who actually put on, to their credit, a very, very good showing last time out. When they did team together, they just couldn't quite get the job done. It was the Skyscraper elbow drop from the Death Ninjas that picked that gave them the win. And to be honest, you know, it happens. Your first tag team encounter, you're gonna struggle, especially against someone who's a well-established tag team, such as the Death Ninjas in Def Lordicus and of course Harry Austin. So it's understandable that that's gonna happen. So there's no wonder that they struggled. But They clearly just couldn't get on the same page, and that's why they're not willing to team again. And tonight they're here. And of course, Bomber, not happy with how things went down. He thought Dicson should have saved him. But at the same time, realistically, he should have kicked out of that long before it even happened. And this match is straight underway with Dicson laying down the big clothesline. And another one taking the head off of Dicson. Dicson nearly taking the head off of Bomber. And Dicson making him pay here. Look at this. Pack pile driver. Oh my god. Lights out for Bomber. Dicson silences Bomber. And Bomber is defeated within a matter of seconds. That is what happens when you anger the beast. You don't come out and make allegations about whose fault it is and then expect to walk out to tell the tale. And Dicson just embarrasses Bomber here tonight to kick off tonight's show. Hold on a minute. Oh dear. Oh dear, it doesn't look like he's done. Dixon's not done here. Oh, look at this, just stomping away. And he clearly is pissed off about the allegations that were made to him. And Dicson makes Bomber pay. Maybe next time he'll think more carefully about the fights that he chooses to pick, especially when someone was willing to align with you. Let's move on down the rest of tonight's card. Now it is time for the fourth and final match of the current Mayhem Tag Team Tournament, where the winner, of course, will capture themselves a tag team title opportunity against the Linebacks very, very soon. And the first team down to the ring is a team we've already faced in the tournament, but have been given a second go here. It is the Cotterrells. This match is more of a wild card match between two teams who have already been eliminated, so you can already guess who the other team is. And the reason for it is, of course, well, obviously the general manager does want to just keep partnering people together who clearly aren't going to work together, just as Bomber and Dicson just demonstrated earlier on tonight. So the Cotterrells get a second chance, and I'm sure they'll be very happy with that. Of course, they were very unfairly treated in their first encounter, attacked behind by Lachlan and AD Nathaniel, who, of course, will be in the next round. But the Cotterrells will want some revenge, whilst also seeking out the tag team titles, and they'll get an opportunity to do that here tonight. But they're not up against an easy team. They're up against a team who had, to be honest, a surprising exit to the League of Gods. They are the former Mayhem Tag Team Champions, the only other team to win the Mayhem Tag Team Championships, of course the other being the current champions in the Linebacks, who have been quite a dominant force in WIW. But now making their ways to the ring, it is the UpUpDownDown team of Austin Creed and El Murpho. Fully kitted out now, both of them. It looks so nice when they're actually both in UpUpDownDown attire. And they're both ready to go and get this one underway. I'm looking forward to seeing how these two do against the Cotterrells. We've seen this battle before, and of course, UpUpDownDown has come out on top the majority of the time. Of course, both of these teams were a part of the Triple Threat Tag Team Ladder match that that won the Tag Team titles for the team of for the team of UpUpDownDown. And that was their first tag team title stint. They lost it very quickly, though, in a rematch that occurred, I think, just 2 weeks later. And now tonight, they're here seeking a second opportunity at the Mayhem Tag Team titles. Looking to become the two-time tag team champions, but the Cotterrells looking to capture their first bit of gold here outside of the trial era. And El Murpho tried to charge in straight away, but was met with a big boot from Big Brett. And Big Brett, look at this. That's not a man you want to see jump into the top rope. Referee screaming at him to get down, and I wonder why. We've already seen rings shattered in the past. We don't want to see it again. He waited for him to get back to his feet, though. Oh, and a double axe handle. And Brett very much the powerhouse of the team, but he hasn't really been this year. So far, the Cotterrell family dynamic has been that Brett's really been struggling and having troubles getting going here, and El Murpho tossing him to the outside, and he looks like he's going to tag in Creed right away, and that's a smart choice there. So yeah, it's looking like the dynamic is that that Max has been the leader of this team, and he's been doing a very good job of it. When he's been in ring and when he's been competing, he's been a very lethal fighter, and of course, with the Cruiserweight division reopening up, you can imagine that Max is going to be a right old shout there to get himself some cruiserweight action. Of course, he was a cruiserweight championship nominee in the trial era. Oh, look at that! And right as Brett gets back to his feet, Austin Creed is taken off of his by Max Cotterrell. And that's what we're used to with the Cotterrells. They're willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. This year, they haven't quite come back as strong as they used to be, but they have come back with the goal of becoming the tag team champions once again. They were in the trial era, but of course, that's not going to go down in the history books. And that's what probably bugs them the most. Of course, recently, enjoying a stint and a share of Travis's earned money. I don't know if it's inherited money. From what we can understand, though, the boys have decided to reject, once again, the money, as they did when they debuted, because they just don't see it that way. They prefer to do things their way, and of course, we know every single one of the Cotterrell family members have a psychotic and very angry side, and look at that, there's a beautiful 450 splash. And we all know they have the chaotic side. Jade trying to suppress it this year, but she has been known to let it out at times. Brett and Max, they have not hidden it for a second. They love to let the anger and psychotic rage out all of the time. And Travis has tried to hide it completely. Travis has tried to hide behind the money and all the riches that come with it to do that. Oh, and look at that, and Max let him have the tag there, and in comes El Murphy off the tag, and a beautiful stomp down on the little man, and 3 big stomps down every time he gets back up, taken back down, and now stomped away on here, and El Murphy really feeling it right now. He's feeling the heat. Now up to the top rope. What's he thinking? Oh, he's calling him back to his feet. Trying to fight things back here for up, down, down. The Cotterrells with the early control. And now trying to fight back, but what a counter. And that's what he needed. Oh, look at this. Beautiful stuff there by Max Cotterrell. And a beautiful Hurricane Rana. And now dragging him to the middle of the ring. Might think about going for the cover potentially. He's take his teammates down. No, he's going to drag him away from his corner and make the tag himself. Creed back to his feet on the other side of the ropes. And now Brett, look at this, scooping him up. Oh, and just tosses him across the ring. Pure bit of strength there. And now look at this. To the corner. Look at the fly there, and he just about lands it. And he's going to go to the cover. That's a lot of weight. Bed down on the chest of El Murphy. But just before the 2 count, manages to kick. And the Cotterrells, we know, can be dominant when they're in the ring, but they need to get early momentum in order to do that. And today they've done that, so can they capitalize on it? But look at this, El Murphy, though. Not willing to let it happen. Looking for the big DDT. Oh, countered. Well countered there by the big man. And Brett really fighting strong here out the gate to the Cotterrells' corner. Not a good place to be here. Oh, he's picking him up. Oh, dear. We saw this on Fight Night the other day from Jade Cotterrell, funny enough. And now Brett follows his sister's footsteps with a massive outside superplex. And did you see the little bounce there from El Murphy? He got destroyed by that. Devastating impact. And the Cotterrells proving they'll do whatever it takes to walk out the winner. That is what they have to do here tonight, because up, down, down, do not lie down easy, as El Murphy is showing here with a massive Lufest press and lays down the shots. And of course, up, down, down, only just recovering from injury, had their return match last week against, oh no, wait, no! El Murphy, is he really going to do this? He's really going to play for the count-out win, and I did not expect that from him. The referee demanding that they get back into the ring, and it looks like El Murphy's going to take it. Brett is clearly down on the outside. Is he going to be able to get back in time? Yes, he does. Just beats the count. Oh, there's a tossed up in the air, but a big counter as well by El Murphy. And Murphy tried to take the cheap win there. And that's not very up, down, down style, but that's what he's tried to do there. And now what's he thinking? Oh, and a massive knee lift, sending him back over the rope. And tags in Creed. And as I was saying, yep, their return match last week was, of course, to the League of Gods. Oh, look at this. What? Creed's looking to fly. What a massive elbow drop there to the outside. And Brett getting beaten down here. He might want to think about making the tag again. He had the control, but now he's lost it. Might want to tag out here. But, yeah, last week, of course, faced the League of Gods. And the League of Gods debuted their new fragrance. But unfortunately for them, they were just unable to pick up the victory. The League of Gods had him on the day, and of course, we were expecting some ring rust. They haven't competed for a while, and of course, last time they did compete, they were absolutely demolished and brutally injured by the current champions that are the linebacks, who at times can be unbeatable. And of course, I've got a lot to answer for their interruption in the match at the pay-per-view at Last Stand. Hold on a minute. Look at this, using the ropes for leverage, and he still only gets to one. That's a lot of weight bearing down, but Woods, Austin Creed, of course, from his past experience in WWE, knows all about how to get out of that one. And look at that massive clothesline, sending Brett to the outside again. This one's fighting a lot on the outside all of a sudden. Really, really going at it with each other. Look at this. Oh, Max saving his partner there, coming to his rescue, and just tosses him into the steel steps and the Cotterrells. Both man down now, but Max brings Creed back to his feet. Oh, look at that. Tried to advance further, but Woods with the counter. And now Woods might pay for that as, oh no, he's just going to trash him into the, crashes him into the ring as he waits for his partner to get back up. Brett is moving really slowly. He's struggling to get back up. He needs to get this back in the ring. This is going to end in a count, and if he doesn't, it crashes him into the steel steps. And look at this. These two just beating down Creed on the outside. This is a mugging right now. Count of 8. They both need to get back into the ring here. Count of 9. Brett's going to get in while Max deals with him, and the Cotterrells progress to the next round. Now, it's a cheap victory, and that's exactly what we expect, because they are Cotterrells after all. But what? That was very clever tag team work. They knew El Murphy wouldn't be able to get round in time and save his partner, and Max just beats him down on the outside. And it's the first tag team victory for the Cotterrells this year. And they needed that one. They are through to the next round of the tag team tournament, but UpUpDownDown now surprisingly eliminated completely. But for Brett and Max, now is their opportunity to get back revenge on Lachlan and AD Nathaniel and potentially push for what they've been pushing for the whole time, which is the Mayhem Tag Team Championships. Can they do it? Can they fight their way back this year and prove to be the dominant tag team that they were in the trial era? We'll have to find out later, because it's time for the next match. Next up tonight, one of 2 Fatal 4-Way matches, this one only being one fall to the finish, and it is the first time we are going to get to see some proper Cruiserweight action here tonight. And the way the GM wants to do this is several different Cruiserweight matches to determine people to fight for the Cruiserweight title, and this is one of them. And the general manager has sorted things out now, and he's ready to begin the Cruiserweight division. He decided he didn't want to do one show, didn't want to leave Mayhem and Fight Night vulnerable in terms of roster sizes, and of course not really many space to be signing new people. So Estrella Chico, the first man down to the ring, and we expected him to be a part of this tournament, of course. And the general manager saying that he's going to do a Fatal 4-Way today and a Fatal 4-Way on Fight Night, of course. And that will be the first 2 people who will be ready to compete for the Cruiserweight Championship. Then after that, the general manager says 2 more. It will be a Fatal 4-Way tournament. It will be a Fatal 4-Way at the next pay-per-view for the Cruiserweight Championship. And at Mind Games, of course, where Mayhem and Fight Night collide for the first time. That could be added supremacy for one of them, because 2 from Mayhem and 2 from Fight Night will get a chance at becoming the first ever Cruiserweight Championship. And remember, both brands can compete for that Cruiserweight Championship. You don't have to be on a certain show to compete. As much as I'm sure the general manager prefer the fights to be on one brand, of course it is perfectly eligible for them both to be on it. So the next man down to the ring is the Flying Ninja, who picked up a win last week, of course, in the tag division, with his teammate, a part of the Death Ninjas. And Death Lord is sitting this one out as Harry fights for the Cruiserweight title. Harry, no stranger to the Cruiserweight division, of course, was almost Cruiserweight champion, if not for the screw job from John Carter and El Murica back in the trial era. But that's a long, long way in the past now. And we've got some new Cruiserweight division fighters who are all ready and capable of becoming the Cruiserweight champion. But can the Flying Ninja, who has really found his way as of late, pick up the win he needs to? And the next man down to the ring, rocking Mayhem colors tonight, is Oliver Regem. Really loving this attire, I've got to say. Very nice indeed. But for Regem, I don't think many people would have expected him to be a Cruiserweight fighter. But he is perfectly eligible. He's under the weight limit. and he's ready and capable of being fighting. This could be what Regem needs. He's been in the main roster for quite some time now. He's been round and about fighting for that title, but unfortunately for him, it just hasn't been. It hasn't been what he needs. It hasn't been what he hasn't been winning the big ones. Right when he's about to get the title opportunity, he throws away the #1 contendership. He's just doesn't quite get the job done, Regem, and it's just unfortunate because we know how fantastic of a fighter he is. He's a great striker, and maybe the cruiserweight division is exactly what he needs to get his career back on track. And we've got one more man coming down to the ring tonight, and it's a man with a lot of controversy surrounding him. It is Lachlan. Last week, a few weeks ago, of course, teaming with AD Nathaniel to progress in the tag team tournament, and the two of them, well, it was quite an interesting first encounter between the two of them. We don't know much about them. We'll find out very soon, of course. Final round of the tag team tournament just closed, so Lachlan and AD Nathaniel will be back in action soon as a tag team. Will they fight fairly next time? God knows. But Lachlan, the man who preaches his own style of justice, has found someone with similar ordeals. And could you imagine this? What a pay-per-view it could be for him, of course. Maybe before the maybe at the pay-per-view of Mind Games, becoming the Cruiserweight Champion, and then going on to become the Mayhem Tag Team Champion as well. He could be the first double champion of the series if things go well for him. So let's see if that is the case. Tonight, one fall to the finish, fatal four-way match, and the winner of this will go to Mind Games to compete for the WIW Cruiserweight Championship. And straight away, Regem and Estrella Chico, who have quite a history against each other, actually. They participate in a lot of these Fatal 4-Way matches against each other. And that's the reason for that is simple, is because they're both in and around the European title division. They've both been eagerly hunting down the European Championship, both missing out on a chance to become the European Champion to the current European Champion in Brad Skeens, who, of course, won't be defending this month. He's got a very busy task ahead of him. He's got to deal somehow with the television champion that is the monster of Big Willie. That's going to be one hell of a contest. Brad Skeens versus Big Willie. But for tonight, he's not on the card. He's resting up in preparation for what is going to be one of the toughest matches he's going to have to deal with. And at least it's not for the title. And anyway, carrying on with this cruiserweight action. Harry's going to go for another cover here. Doesn't quite get the job done on Lachlan. And now Estrella Chico going to make Harry pay for it. No, Harry flips out, showing some cruiserweight abilities here. Regem tried to steal the cover on Lachlan as well. Couldn't do it. Sunset flip there. And more cruiserweight action for you coming up. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. So don't go anywhere. Dormus, the new fragrance by Dormus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monday Night Mayhem. My name is Darren Jacobs, and we are continuing here with this Cruiserweight Fatal 4-Way match. And the winner of this, of course, will be going to Mind Games to compete for that all-important prize of the Cruiserweight Championship. A lot of you voted for it. I think there was literally only one person who said that it wasn't a good idea to be bringing a cruiserweight division back, and they may not be having their own show, but they've got a big opportunity here to get the cruiserweight title. And look at that, beautiful work there by Regem on Estrella Chico. And these two, during the break, these are the two matchups that we've been seeing, Regem and Estrella Chico. No surprise, these two constantly at war with each other, fighting for opportunities. Oh, well flipped out there by Oliver Regem. And now look at Lachlan, who's been working away on Harry for a little while now, and Lachlan, the man who preaches for justice, being rolled out the ring there by the Flying Ninja, who's now going to do a bit of work here on Estrella Chico, but he's found his way back to his feet. And look at Regem and Harry establishing a bit of an alliance here, trying to take down Estrella Chico. Clearly an obvious threat. Of course, former #1 contender for the European Championship. Look at that swinging neck breaker. And we know that they know what he's capable. Look at that, look at that. There it is, discus clothesline. He has an opportunity now. This could be it. He got to go for the cover, surely. Oh, that was his window of opportunity. He saw Lachlan getting up, though, and decided against it and wanted to just beat down a bit more. The discus clothesline, and now that's giving Regem the advantage. Oh, look at that. was trying to jump in and get involved there. Lachlan decided to let him do it. And now look at this. Ready to finish this one off. Oh, wait, no. Look at Lachlan from behind taking out Regem. Chico was brought back to his feet. He was ready to finish this. And now Regem taken out in the big boot by Lachlan. And now a counter by Regem, and he's not going to be happy about that. His finisher interrupted, but now look at this. Going to land it on him instead. That beautiful combination on Lachlan. And now in the middle of the ring, Regem to progress to Mind Games, to become the Cruiserweight Champion. No, he couldn't do it. 2.5. And I think Chico wasn't going to get there. And look at this now. He's going to try and steal the cover here. Estrella Chico. Well, Lachlan kicked out the first time. Is he going to be able to find the strength to kick out again? He does. It's a 2 count. And Lachlan made to pay there for interrupting the combination attempt on Estrella Chico. Oh, look at this, Harry. Harry now. Oh, what a counter there by Estrella Chico. Oh, another move there, this time from behind by Lachlan. Lachlan still playing that dirty fight, that style that we're used to seeing. And that's why him and, I think, Jayden Nathaniel are actually going to work out to be a very good team. Very similar, brawlish fighters, willing to do whatever it takes to stamp down their own version of justice. So the question is, are they going to be able to do that in a tag team tournament? I don't know. Oh, look at that. Went for the discus clothesline again. Oh, look, went for the super kick. Dodged again by Estrella Chico. And Chico lands a detonation kick onto Oliver Regem. And now needs to turn around and face Lachlan, but he hasn't even paid attention. Look at this. The roll up. No disqualification, so the rope break's not going to count. Lachlan to progress to the next round. It's a 2 count. And that was smart there from Lachlan. Caught Chico slipping, making mistakes, and he can't afford to be doing that, but Chico's going to escape his grasp. Oh, look at that. From behind now, Jayden Nathaniel. Jayden Nathaniel? That was because I was talking about the tag team. And Regem now beaten down in the corner. And now Harry rejoins the fight and tosses Regem to the outside. And now Chico left alone in the ring with Lachlan. Could be what he needs to pull away. Oh, no. Chico's going back to the outside. Oh, no. Saw that Lachlan was in the corner and went back in. And now Chico has him in a vulnerable position here. This is where he's going to want him. And now look at this. Estrella Chico, what's he thinking? Split-legged moonsault. And straight into the cover. Harry sees it out the corner of his eye and just about manages to break it up in time. Oh, and Chico was going for something bigger, couldn't do it. And now Harry has an opportunity to do the damage here, and a beautiful move there. Showing his flying abilities. And now the Ninja to become the Cruiserweight first #1 contender, and it doesn't quite get it. Remember, the winner will go to Mind Games for the Cruiserweight title. And look at this, Harry now. Looking to wear down him with submission here. And Oliver Regen's trying to break it up, but Lachlan's not having it. He's concentrating because he knows it's not going to go through. And now look at this. Oh, well countered then by Regem and into a Hurricane Rana. And now Estrella Chico swinging neck breaker one more time. And straight into the cover off the swinging neck breaker. Lachlan not even noticed what's going on, but Harry kicks out anyway. And now Lachlan sending him to the top rope. What's he thinking? Oh, no, not again. Not again. We've already seen this once tonight. Can he connect with it, though? Oh, and it's a superplex to the outside by Lachlan. Almost dismantling Oliver Regem. Oh, and a big counter there by Harry inside the ring, meanwhile. And this is a brutal contest. All 4 of these giving it their all. Just trying to earn themselves a title opportunity. For some, it's their first opportunity at a title. For others, it's one of the biggest chances they're going to have for a while. Now look at this. Oh, and a beautiful move there by Lachlan off the middle rope. Beautiful frog splash. And they've both gone for the cover at the same time. He breaks it up. And Chico, oh, nearly got it. And the referee got confused there. But now Lachlan ready to finish this one off. Lachlan looking for the combination again. Big knee. And look at that, the forearm from Harry on the ropes. And into the cover goes Lachlan. And Harry's able to break it up. And I think Lachlan might have had Regem there. But Harry with the save. Now Harry targeting Regem. And this is a really scrappy between these 3 in the ring. Oh, look at this. Regem gets caught by Harry. And now what can Harry do? What can Harry do here? He's got a choice of both of them in the corner. Went for Regem. Regem escapes. But Harry counters the kick. And now look at Harry. Look at this, search a bit of strength here. Oh, and he couldn't do it. And he's going to have to roll out of harm's way. And now Lachlan left with Regem in the middle of the ring. Oh, wait, no. Harry finds his way back to his feet. Doesn't need to roll. And things are picking up tempo here. Oh, look at a massive shot there by Harry. Did you see how Regem fell there? Oh, look at this. Chico Chico caught Lachlan off guard. There's the curb stomp. And straight into the cover. Harry's off the sunset flip. He hasn't even paid attention. And he's going to go straight for the cover as Lachlan kicks out at 2. Oh, no. And look at this Regem. Into the counter of his own. Is he going to get there? No, it's a 2. Oh, my God. That was an interesting sequence. Oh, look at this. Harry's going to get caught here by Chico with a detonation kick. And what an intense battle this has been. Discus clothesline. Discus clothesline. All the big moves coming out now. And now Regem. Look at this. Lion Salt. Lion Salt from Oliver Regem. And now look at this. Being picked up to his feet is Harry Austin. And now Lachlan. Lachlan's in trouble here because Regem looking for that land that big combination again. Connects, but look at Harry. Harry gets rid of Regem and takes him to the outside. I don't think he noticed that Lachlan is down and out on the outside. And he can turn his attention to him, but he's gone for Regem instead, maybe just trying to take him out first. Well, Lachlan is down and was probably out there for the 3 count, but Harry gets involved and saves the match. And now Lachlan's going to join everybody here on the outside. It's tossed back inside, and he looks like Lachlan still wants a piece of Regem, but Regem's ready to wrap this one up. He's gone for the cover, but Lachlan breaks it up straight away. Oh, and look at this. Aiden Nathaniel. Oh, why do I keep saying Aiden Nathaniel? Lachlan. Oh, look at this. Lachlan got caught there by Chico and into a Pele kick. He goes straight away into the cover, and he's going to get 1 count for his troubles, it looked like there. That's a very strong kick out there, indeed, by Lachlan. And Chico tried to pick him up there. Couldn't quite do it. Oh, look at this. Beautiful move there by Lachlan. Massive spine buster and a DDT on one knee there from Regem, who now has Estrella Chico right where he wants him, left alone in the ring. Tried to scoop him up, couldn't quite do it. And now Chico with the counter of his own. And look, this is the opportunity they need. 2 men down on the outside, 1-on-1 in the ring. This is what they need. If one of them can get the cover here, and they do so, but both men shoot up to their feet at the side of the cover, and Harry breaks it up. Oh, look at Harry, once again, beautiful move there with the flip. And now Regem, what's he thinking? Oh, there's a neck breaker in the ring. And Harry brings Lachlan back to his feet. Was going for that miniature DDT, couldn't quite connect as Regem gets involved. And now Regem. Irish whip to Harry in the corner. Oh, Harry with the counter, but then gets met with the big boot by Lachlan. And now Lachlan left alone with Harry in the ring. He's going to try and score the cover here to move on to the Cruiserweight tournament. Well, I call it a tournament. It's not really, but it's a 2 count. And now Lachlan. All 4 of these men really giving it their all, but no one's really scored the cover yet. Harry now into the sunset flip. Might be able to get it. Regem's up to his feet. Is he going to get there in time? Oh, and I thought Harry stole it. That was a very close 2.5 count. Couldn't quite get the job done. And now Lachlan. And then, oh, look at this, Harry. Going to try and do it again while Lachlan's distracted. Into the cover to win the match again. Off the sunset flip. Oh, and Harry nearly killed it again. Meanwhile, Lachlan now from the middle rope. Double knees to the chest there. I can't imagine that was the intention, but he landed it well. And now Lachlan. What's he thinking? Trying to strike down on Estrella Chico here. I wonder what he's going for. Oh, and a big suplex. Harry's rolled out of harm's way, so Regem just watching on here, seeing what happens between these two. And now look at this. Oh, look at this. A bit of double team action here from Estrella Chico and Oliver Regem. And now Regem, Chico, and Lachlan just fighting in the ring with Harry down on the outside. As I tried to go for the cover, but Chico's rolled out of the ring now. And this has been really scrappy in the last few minutes. Lachlan taken down by Harry's dropkick. And now Harry has Regem right where he wants him. But he's taking a moment to breathe and he's wasting time. He can't afford to do that. He has Regem right where he wants him. And he's giving him time to recover. And now the counter from Regem. But now Regem looking to strike with the knees. That's Lachlan's combination, and he's just landed it. And now he's got Harry right where he wants him. Lachlan back to his feet. Is he going to be able to break up the cover? He does. And that was close. Harry made fatal mistake there. but Lachlan was able to save the match. Oh, and a beautiful snap suplex there, and into the cover goes Estrella. Chico immediately broken up there by Regem. And now look at this, trying to wrap this up here. Chico, oh, but look at this, Harry went for that flip again. Couldn't quite connect with it. And now Chico going to make him pay. Pele kick. Pele kick there. And these four fighting hard for one goal to get a title shot. And who can land that title opportunity, we'll see. And now look at this. From the middle rope again, Lachlan. With the almost flipping out stunner. And now Lachlan into the cover. Is that enough to put away Chico? It might have been, but Regem breaks it up at 2.5. And so far, the biggest enemy of everyone here has been each other. Oh, look at this. Harry flips out there. And now Harry trying to capitalize. Oh, look at this. Submission hold applied here by Lachlan in the middle of the ring. Harry's going to go for a cover. Lachlan's going to be forced to break it up because of the cover, but Harry only gets a 2 count. Lachlan didn't get involved. He probably could have finished the submission attempt that he was going for there. Now Harry showing off his aerial prowess with a Hurricane Rana. And now up on the shoulders. Oh, look at this. Oh, and a beautiful move there by Estrella Chico. And the flip as well from Harry. And now look at Chico landing on Regem. And a standing moonsault. Regem, what a combination there by Chico and Harry. I don't think that was quite intentional, but it did connect. And now Harry looking to deal with Estrella Chico. And now what's he thinking? Another Hurricane Rana. And he's kept down. He's going for the cover, but Regem's right there. And these guys keep making the same mistakes. Keep going for the cover while people are present. And Harry having to hit the referee there just to stop that count, because the referee refused to break it up. And now taking Lachlan to the outside. Chico left alone with Regem in the ring. There's a detonation kick. And this match has been going on for quite some time. It's been a hell of a contest, though. Neither man giving in. The referee is the only man who's been kept down for a count of 3 right now, I'll tell you that. Oh, look at this. Lachlan has Harry in a bad position here. Picking him up. Oh, and a stun off the ropes. And now Chico looking to strike. He has Lachlan left alone in the ring. He ducks under the clothesline, goes to the top rope, but Lachlan counters. And now Lachlan with an arm drag. Now Lachlan picking up Chico. Chico with the counter, though. A nice little jawbreaker. And now the space to connect. Can he wrap this one up here with that neck breaker? He does. Connect with it. And now to the top rope. But no, Regem's back in the ring. He's trying to wrap it up there, but Regem stops him. And now what's Regem thinking? Oh my God. Look at where Lachlan is as well. Holy crap, this could end badly. Oh! Superplex on top of Lachlan. And sees that must have hurt Lachlan badly. And he only gets a 1 count with the breakup. And now Harry once again was looking for the flip. Couldn't quite connect with it. Oh, and a massive clothesline. Discus clothesline onto Lachlan. Lachlan must be out for the count, surely. But Regem wants to wisely make sure. Look at this Lachlan, though. Fighting back somehow. Oh, tried to get behind there for a suplex. Couldn't quite do it. And Regem now, once again, going for a suplex of his own. Couldn't do it. Now look at this. Chico from the middle rope went for the diving elbow. Couldn't quite connect. And this match, I feel like this is just a matter of getting everybody else out of the way right now, because at any point, one of these fighters could be covered. They've taken some major hits tonight. Oh, look at this. Northern Light suplex there by Harry. Regem's going to go into the cover off of it. They're just trying to steal the cover at this point because they know everyone's going to keep fighting. No one's giving in for even a second here. Oh, Harry went for a suplex and bridges into a cover there. There's Regem on the counter, and he couldn't wrap it up. And now Lachlan returns to deal with Regem, tosses him to the outside. Oh, look at Chico. Chico has Harry in a bad spot here in the ring. And now they're looking to fly there. The forearm. And into the cover. Harry's in trouble. Lachlan at lightning speed. Jesus Christ, that was fast. Gets back in the ring to break it up at 1. Now Lachlan has Estrella Chico where he wants him, but Chico with the counter. And now Chico. Chico ready to finish this one off with the curb stomp. He has him. Everybody else is down. Surely Chico's done it. He's got this one in the bag. Estrella Chico is the first man who's going to compete for the Cruiserweight Championship. What a victory from the luchador himself, Estrella Chico. Wait, when did that happen in the match? I didn't see that. He went for the distance clothesline, completely missed. Connects on that one. Well, what a fight. All four of these men gave it their all, but in the end, there could only be one winner. And in the end, it was the luchador, Estrella Chico. No surprise to see him in contention for the Cruiserweight Championship. He's going to be one hell of a fighter to beat. We've got 3 more men to crown before all that, though. And of course, we won't find out tonight. We'll find over the next coming weeks. But he has booked himself a spot at the He's booked himself a spot at the Mind Games pay-per-view. And the question is, can Estrella Chico become the Cruiserweight Champion? It'll be interesting to see. We'll have to find out, but it's time to move on to the rest of the card. Next up tonight, we have some more in-ring action from the man who won the Road to Glory tournament. Down to the ring is James Rowley. Quite a fan favourite as well. The fans really starting to get to love him here, but lately he's been having some troubles here on the main roster. Not in ring, but dealing with a very special someone who seems to have an eye for him. And it looks like that man is here tonight. It's Alan Hart. Look at this from behind with a steel chair. And what is this about? Every week now, since James Rowley has debuted, Alan Hart has made it his personal mission to get rid of James Rowley, but I'm not quite sure what the motive is here. He hasn't said anything, and neither has James Rowley, but these should really be going at it for the last couple of weeks. Some weeks Hart gets the upper hand, others Rowley gets it. But each week it's been Alan Hart just ambushing the rookie. And now look at this, he wants to take this to the ring maybe. Look at this, Alan Hart saying, I want a match and I want it now. But look at this, Rowley! Oh, what a takedown there. That was very nice indeed. Saying, no, well, this isn't a match. I've had enough of you, and wisely so as well. And I don't blame him. He's been beaten down ever since he arrived here in WIW by the all-heart Alan Hart. Now going to toss him ringside. I'm going to continue to work down on him here. And Alan Hart, I tell you what, if you wanted to make a big statement, this was definitely the way to do it. Attacking the newest member of the roster. And Alan Hart with the neck breaker lays down the rookie. Next up tonight, another Fatal 4-Way, which started to look quicker than anticipated, but this one is very different. It's a Falls Count Anywhere, I believe, and it is elimination Fatal 4-Way match. The winner, the last man standing in this match, will get themselves a shot of being on Team Mayhem. Tonight, a third Team Mayhem member will be added, and this is really good for Mayhem. They're really pumping through it here and finding new contenders to be a part of the team, and this is what they need. If they can find their team early and leave Fight Night scavenging around trying to find a suitable tag team partner for the 4-on-4 match at Mind Games, then they're going to struggle. Because then, you know, it's a last-minute effort and they don't have time to gel. Mayhem, on the other hand, you know, they've already found one partner in Jayden who last week took on SCDC as part of an initiation, I guess, to be a part of the team. But this week, now we have a Fatal 4-Way to determine it, who's going in. And next up is Jax Wolfe, who's taking a bit of time off to rethink, recuperate. Lately, he's just been all about not really concentrating on the wins, but been concentrating just breaking the backs of his opponents. But tonight, ready to compete and fight for Team Mayhem, and he's a true veteran of the sport. He's been here for quite some time. It would make sense to have him on the team. He knows his way around the ring, but the question is, where does his loyalties lie? Because he doesn't really concentrate on the wins as lately. It's just more of hurting people. But next up tonight, someone else eager to impress and eager to burst out into the roster. Tried to do that by dealing with Stephen Miller. Couldn't quite get the job done. It's William Hale making his way down to the ring. And he'd be a very good addition to any team, to be fair. Very tactical mastermind. Very unique fighting style, I say. Well, very traditional fighting style at the very least. And William Hale, calls himself the Great One, of course. He wants to push on and become a member of Team Mayhem, but be interesting to see how things go in this Mayhem vs. Fight Night pay-per-view, of course. Be the first time here at Mind Games where they'll ever face off against each other, the two brands. The general manager has already talked about how that pay-per-view is going to work. But tonight, we're crowning a third member for the 4-on-4 tag team match. And he wants titles, he wants title opportunities. And this is exactly how he gets the opportunity, by participating in tag team matches like this. But tonight, another man ready to do that is Thomas. And it would be good to have him on the team. He has been in WIW for as long as I can remember. Was there way deep into the trial era. And of course, the trial era was a very successful fighter. And he'd be a valuable asset to be on this team. And of course, remember, SDC and the general manager had a joint say in who was participating in this match. He wanted to try. Apparently, they already have a third member. The SDC can confirm that he's already confirmed a third member, but wants to leave it a surprise till later down the line. So that's it. So this is the final spot already. Already, SDC has completed his team of 4. And we already know, after the general manager confirming tonight, we now have co-captains for Fight Night. So they already have 2 on their team. They're only really looking for 2 more. KO, Oxley, and Carter James. But the Mayhem team is about to be complete here tonight. And we don't know who the 4th man is. SDC wanting to leave it a surprise. Or maybe just waiting for confirmation on it. I don't know. But tonight, he crowns his 3rd member. And technically it'll be the last member he's looking for. Last man down to the ring. Already wearing the Mayhem shirt. Is the real deal. Stephen Miller, once again fresh off a pay-per-view win. And this man is becoming near enough unstoppable. The last time he lost was in a triple threat match, and it was to Jax Wolfe, coincidentally enough, and that missed him out on a Money in the Bank ladder match opportunity. Of course, he wasn't even pinned in that match. The real deal has yet to suffer an actual pinfall defeat, yet to be covered, yet to lose. The real deal is just that, really. He's been unstoppable. Can you imagine him ending up on Team Mayhem? What a victory that would turn out to be. That could be a really successful winning combination. But there's 4 men, and only 1 man can do it, so it's the last man standing, takes the cake, and straight away Hale and Stephen Miller rekindling their rivalry from just a few weeks ago. Meanwhile, Jax Wolfe and Thomas, the 2 veterans, I'd say, in this match, working on it. I mean, Lachlan, Jax Wolfe only came in at the end of the trial era, and of course didn't even get a contract by the end of it, but he came back stronger and better than ever, and he had a really good showing to start with, and like I mentioned before, in the one-on-one situation, he's practically unbeatable, but he struggles in these multi-man matches, and he's finding out here tonight. Look at this, Stephen Miller already out of the reversal in the sunset flip, trying to get the first cover of the match, and couldn't get rid of William Hale. And of course, William Hale and Steve Miller faced off recently at the last pay-per-view, which was Mayhem exclusive, but that was a really interesting match because Stephen Miller was dominated from near start to finish, to be honest. William Hale had the control of that match. He was dominating for a while, but just couldn't get the cover on Stephen Miller, and that's become the problem. No one can seem to get the cover on Stephen Miller because he takes a huge amount of hits. Speaking of hits, look at the combinations here from Jax Wolfe, who takes down Thomas. And William Hale found out the hard way that he's just so hard to keep down. But now trying to keep him down here with a submission hold. Maybe this is the way. Can William Hale tap out Steve Miller? No, look at this. Steve Miller able to power his way out. And all 4 of these men would be valuable assets to Team Mayhem. And SDC looking like a captain who knows what he's doing. He's come in as captain. Already has a whole team, 3 members confirmed. Or 1 official, 3 confirmations. And 1 that is yet to be announced, but apparently is confirmed to be on the team. Oh, look at this. What's Hale doing? Oh, look at that, crashing him into the table. Just doing whatever's necessary to deal with Stephen Miller, and a counter there, and into a clothesline by Miller. Now let's focus in on Thomas and Jax Wolfe here, who are battling in the ring. And now look at this. Oh, Jax Wolfe got him in a big position here. Bangarang! Bangarang! And we feared there might be some ring runs here from Jax Wolfe after not competing for a little while, but doesn't appear to be the case. And look at this. Oh, the nasty suplex there. And look at Steve Miller looking to fly. Connects on William Hale. Oh, well, Hale quickly back to his feet there. Trying to dodge the attack from Jax Wolfe, but now Stephen Miller trying to take them both on at once. He's going to live to regret that. Of course, remember, Jax Wolfe has lost. Stephen Miller has only lost to Jax Wolfe. Yes, he was not covered in that match. It was Mason Foster who was covered. But in the end, it ended that way, and that's how it went down, and it goes down as a loss on Steve Miller's record. Trying to redeem that hit tonight, and look at this. The first cover here off that big move from Jax Wolfe. And now Jax Wolfe ready to wrap it up, but look at Steve Miller. Had other ideas here. Oh, and a big takedown there onto the knee. And out rolls Jax Wolfe out of harm's way. Oh, but look at this. William Hale caught Miller from behind there. Miller wasn't paying attention. And now Miller showing a bit too confident here in this match. Trying to take him all on at once. And it's a big goal. I mean, he has been pretty unstoppable as of late, but it's a very risky thing trying to take on everybody at once. And of course, no countouts or disqualifications. Traditional Fatal 4-Ways rules. It's the last man standing, though. Everybody needs to be covered in order for this match to be wrapped up. Oh, look at that. A massive Irish whip tosses him into the opposite staircase. And the referee got taken down there by William Hale. And look at this, Jax Wolfe tucking Hale into the ring. Maybe he wants to wrap him up here. Try and keep him down. Meanwhile, Thomas joins him back into the ring before realizing to go back on Steve Miller. And now what's Jax Wolfe doing? Oh, my God. Look at this. The pop-up cutter! Vintage Jax Wolfe! And he said he wanted to go back to the basics, and maybe that's the way he's going to do it. Into the cover goes Jax Wolfe. Has he put away William Hale? It's a 2 count. And already that's an improvement. Just the fact that he went for the cover. But going back to the old pop-up cutter there from Jax Wolfe, that's what we wanted to see. Oh, look at this. Hale now ready to put him away with the DDT. No, big counter into the Northern Lights. Is he going to be able to steal it? Oh, it's a 2 count. And Hale's going to roll out the harm's way wisely. And now look at this. The teamwork here from Jax Wolfe and Steve Miller. And now what they're thinking here. Oh, and a little magic killer there between the two. Nice bit of teamwork there between Miller and Wolfe. And he manages to duck under the Insiguri and got caught taunting. And now Jax Wolfe trying to make him pay, but Steve Miller pops out with a counter. Oh, look at this. Tried to duck under the clothesline, but Jax Wolfe didn't let him escape his grasp. And Steve Miller looking way too confident tonight, but understandably so. He's been so dominant for the last couple of weeks and last couple of months, ever since he debuted. Oh, look at that. Tried to toss him out of the ring, but well saved there by Steve Miller. And now, look at that. Oh, and did he really connect now? I didn't see a connection, but apparently he did. And now Steve Miller ready to put away Jax Wolfe. Jax Wolfe's in a bit of trouble here. What's he thinking? Oh, well caught. Well caught. Beautifully caught there. And look at Hale. Oh, Hale with his feet on the ropes trying to eliminate Thomas. And he gets a 2 count. Oh, look at this sunset flip now from Jax Wolfe. And this is really increasing the pace. And oh, look at that. Jax Wolfe nearly eliminates Steve Miller. What a big elimination that would be to kick off for the match. Oh, now look at this. Getting behind for a German suplex. And Wolfe and Miller fighting hard in the ring. Remember, the only time they've ever faced off was in a triple threat. And it was Jax Wolfe who got the win on that occasion. And now look at this. Just these two fighting in the ring. Who can get it done? Who can get the first cover of this match? That could be big momentum. Oh, look at this. Picked him up. Bangarang. And Miller getting beaten down here by Jax Wolfe, has to be said. Jax Wolfe flying out the gate today. And now look at this. Picking him up on the shoulders. And a big German suplex. And into the cover. Has he finally pinned Stephen Miller? No, Stephen Miller kicks out. Miller under the heavy fire of Jax Wolfe. And now Jax Wolfe looking to fly. Oh, and a beautiful splash to the back. And William Hale on the other side doing really well, dealing with Thomas. And that drilling DDT. And now and right before he could get the cover on him, William Hale has been under attack now by this man. And now look at this, the tie driver by Stephen Miller, and into the cover to eliminate William Hale. No, he couldn't get the better of him there. And tried to sneak up behind William Hale and steal that one. And he couldn't do it. William Hale finds a way to kick out. And now Thomas back in control of the matchup thanks to Steve Miller. And now look at this. Trying to work away on him in the corner. Whoa, what the hell? What the hell was that? That was weird. Anyway, crashing into the corner. And now Steve Miller's going to return to face off for Jax Wolfe. But Jax Wolfe trying to dodge him here. Goes back into the inside. No one favouring the cover on the outside. But the big damage being done on the outside there by Jax Wolfe, who gets a suplex. And now look at this. Looking for another one. There's two. And the rule of three. Feel like it must be applied. Spins him around for this one. For the third suplex. And now William Hale's in trouble. A 2 count there by Thomas. And Steve Miller really putting back in control of the matchup between those two. And William Hale and Steve Miller. The continuous struggles between the two continue. And now look at this. Looking for a power bomb here. Oh, well escaped by Thomas. Oh, and Thomas watches Hale roll out the ring. Instead, he's going to get himself involved here between Miller and Wolfe. Oh, look at this. These two crashing into each other there on the outside, bringing Miller inside. And now look at this. Oh, what a beautiful leg snap. And now look at this. Working away here together on Steve Miller. Miller's willing to take him on 2-on-1, though. He's not backing down from either of them. Beautiful combination there by Steve Miller. Oh, but now needs to turn his attention to Thomas. He's not paying attention, and he might pay the price. Look at this. Looking for the discus elbow. Discus elbow to the back of the head. And he caught him, but now, look at this. William Hale there with an inverted DDT. And Steve Miller, that's what happens when you get overconfident. You pay the price like that, and now look at Thomas. Thomas ready to eliminate William Hale. Looking for the discus, big boot, no, well dodged. And into a drop kick by William Hale. Steve Miller might have bitten off more than he can chew there, and he might pay the price for it yet. Big escape there, but look who's waiting for him to get his revenge there. Looking for the DDT, no, he escapes again. And Hale still can't get the better of Miller, but look at Wolfe, who seems to be doing just that right now. Up on the shoulders again. Miller's in trouble. German suplex. And he rolls out of harm's way. Oh, look at it. Whoa. Just about gets him up on one shoulder there. And flips him out into the German. And this time the cover. And the referee called for a rope break? He didn't call for the rope break a minute ago. Whatever. The referee's just making up his own rules at this point. Oh, look at this. Up on the shoulders. In a bit of trouble. Detonation kick. William Hale. And now Thomas left alone in the ring with Jax Wolfe. This is where the first elimination could occur. Oh, look at it. Spins him around. Gets him up on the shoulders. Jax Wolfe's in trouble. Discus elbow. Discus elbow. Thomas has Jax Wolfe in a spot of trouble here. He's going to go for the cover. And this is the first elimination of the match. Is Jax Wolfe been eliminated here by Thomas? No, it's a 2. And now William Hale going to try and concentrate once again on Steve Miller. He's got him ready for this DDT this time. Oh no, look at this. Guillotine. Guillotine. Has William Hale got the better of Steve Miller in the guillotine here? Steve Miller's in trouble. Steve tapped. Steve Miller's tapped. And Steve Miller has been eliminated by William Hale. Unbelievable scenes. I can't believe that. The first time he's actually been pinned or submitted, and now William Hale looking to do the same here to Jax Wolfe. I was looking for the guillotine again. Thomas interrupted, and now Thomas was looking for the knockout punch, but Hale interrupted. These two just getting in each other's way here. Oh, and a big takedown clothesline. And now Jax Wolfe going to take advantage of both of them here. And now look at Hale. Hale in a spot of bother. This is not where he wants to be. Being tossed around here like he weighs a bag of sugar. And into. Beautiful move there. And look at this. Thomas is going to steal the cover from Jax Wolfe. And that could be the end for William Hale. And it is. Hale, after the biggest elimination, biggest cover of success of his life, could steal it, but he couldn't do it. And now look at that, the German suplex by Jax Wolfe. 2 men left, both members of the trial era. And after that German suplex, Jax Wolfe to steal it. Is he going to do it? He's got it! Jax Wolfe! Jax Wolfe is the newest member of the Monday Night Mayhem team. And what an amazing fatal 4-way contest that was. All 3 eliminations happening quite quickly. Look at that, the pop-up cutter, vintage Jax Wolfe there. That was great to see. But Jax Wolfe fought hard, and there was several German suplexes later after. A lot of them managed to pick up the win. Look at that, synchronized DDTs there by Steve Miller and William Hale. Well, William Hale, I think, will just be happy by the fact he eliminated Steve Miller. He's the first person to make Steve Miller pin or submit, and he's managed to do it. But Jax Wolfe once again gets the better of them all in the fatal 4-way, and is now a member of Team Mayhem. That's 3 members confirmed now. Jayden, the team captain SDC, and Jax Wolfe. But who is this mysterious 4th member, and when will he be announced? We'll have to find out soon. But it is now time for tonight's main event. And tonight's main event some tag team action. The first 2 members of Team Mayhem will take on the first 2 members of Team Fight Night. And of course, last night, the Fight Night captain was announced to be Carter James in the Battle Royal. And of course, immediately he made his co-captain, KO Oxley. No surprise at all. And here comes down to the ring first, the Mayhem team captain, wearing his official Team Mayhem shirt. It is SDC. And SDC, after probably the biggest win of his career last week, beating the 2-time world champion Jayden to recruit him to the team, manages to pick up the win. And do you know what? He was smart. It was left to his decision to whether or not he wanted Jayden on his team. And he made the wise decision to say yes. Jayden is a 2-time world champion. He knows what it takes to be a winner. And this is an important match. All 4 of these men are going to get title opportunities at the end of the day. And this is exactly what SDC needs. He needs a world champion on his team. And he's fighting for something important. So he wants that type of ability. But the question is, Jayden isn't always the most trustworthy man. Aaron Albright found that out the hard way. But the question is he ready to be a part of Team Mayhem? We'll have to find out. And of course, tonight, we announced the 3rd member, which was Jax Wolfe. So the team is so far, well, this is all of the team of Team Mayhem. Of course, there's one person that SDC has not announced yet, but has said has confirmed to be a part of Team Mayhem. So SDC, Jayden, and Jax Wolfe, the newest member, and one more man who is yet to be announced, but SDC can confirm is a part of the team. So that is all 4 members decided. All 4 members have been decided by SDC. But the question is, who are the 4 members of Fight Night? We don't know. We know 2 of them. But the first man who was announced for Mayhem to join SDC was Jayden. And now coming down to the ring in his Mayhem shirt. And had a lot of respect for SDC for his win. And no surprise, it was a fantastic victory. Probably the biggest in that man's career. And Jayden had a lot of respect because he dominated that match. Like, he dominated severely and almost injured him. Surely it must have caused some severe damage. But yet in the end, was unable to pick up the victory. And Mayhem now has a new team member. And it's a 2-time world champion. That's exactly who you're going to want on your team. Mayhem, they aren't going to have that because there are only 2 men who are world champions. And one of them missed out on being the captain last time out, and that was Original Brad. So a big advantage here, having a 2-time WIW champion on your team. And Jayden could help lead Monday Night Mayhem to glory in just a matter of 4 weeks' time here at the massive pay-per-view that will be Mind Games, where Mayhem and Fight Night collide for the first ever time. But now it's time to get the Fight Night people on this team. Welcoming them to the Fight Night for first time, welcoming them from Fight Night for the first time here live on Mayhem. This is their first time ever being on this show. So they'll be taking a lot of excitement from that, I guess. But again, this is a way advantage, so this is a difficult match for them. So here comes the team captain, Carter James, wearing the Fight Night white and gold. And this is going to be a tough match for him. Of course, he just came off the big pay-per-view at the Last Stand, where he picked up the win in the Battle Royal to become the team captain and immediately made himself a co-captain with his tag team partner, KO Oxley. So that's instantly 2 people on the team, and it's 2 people who know each other very well, who know each other like the back of their hand, and of course will be eager to compete for the Fight Night Tag Team Championships after the Wolfpack just managed to successfully retain. So maybe after that pay-per-view they'll be ready to do that, but KO Oxley and Carter James will tonight come out for the first time as co-captains to represent the Friday Night brand. And remember, the winner of this match get a new member to their roster. If it's a Monday Night Mayhem getting a new superstar, it will be announced right after this match. And if it's a Mayhem superstar going over to Fight Night, then it will be announced first thing on the next show. But here he comes. His co-captain couldn't win the 8-man Battle Royal, but he knew if his partner did that, he would get this kind of opportunity. He thought maybe he'd be on the team, but maybe not co-captain, but very carefully decided to have them both as co-captains. And that's good. To have 2 people as captain, that gives 2 people on the team already, and it already establishes the unity between the 2. And these 2 have been tag teaming for a little while now. We've never really known what kind of page they're on, but clearly they're becoming really good friends. So KO Oxley and Carter James representing Fight Night here at Mayhem here tonight. And, of course, the first trade will happen as a result of this match. Let's get this on the way. And it's Carter James, the official captain, and SDC, the official captain, kicking us off. Of course, Jayden not acting as vice-captain or co-captain or anything like that. It's just because they announced as co-captains together, KO Oxley and Carter James, that they needed to level the playing field here tonight rather than making it a 2-on-1 handicap here for SDC, which, to be honest, after last week, it would not surprise me him walking out the winner of. But KO Oxley and Carter James are a well-established team. And look at that beautiful deadlift powerbomb there by SDC, who's flying out the gate here. That's what he wants to do. And, of course, at Mind Games, these four will all collide again, joined by 4 others in what's going to be a fantastic 4-on-4 tag team match at the main event of that pay-per-view. Mind Games is going to be one hell of a show, and I am definitely looking forward to it. And now look at this big knee there by Carter James, and another one. It's a beautiful combination. We usually know what follows. It's a Russian leg sweep there by Carter James. And Carter James looks very impressive at the Last Stand pay-per-view just last night. But again, he had to fight hard, and so did Oxley. And Oxley paid the price with an elimination. So the question is, how good of a condition are they in tonight? Well, Oxley's been tagged in now for the first time. And in comes Jayden. And Jayden, with a surprising loss last week to SDC. SDC with a big win against the former champion. And that's exactly the type of thing you need in your career. He's already showing signs of being a promising captain, of course, winning his 8-man battle royal to become the Mayhem team captain. And then, of course, recruiting Jayden after beating him in that matchup. Of course, Jayden would have had an automatic spot on the team if he'd have managed to succeed. And probably would have managed to make himself a push for team captain. But instead, SDC has decided, you know what? He's a good asset to the team. He will be a valuable member, and we need to keep him on the team. And a beautiful stand down there by Jayden. And now going to tag out again to SDC, but Oxley's crawling. Oxley looking to make the tag here to Carter James, and he couldn't do it. And for a long time, we thought that KO Oxley was the kind of unspoken leader of the team of KO Oxley and Carter James, but it hasn't turned out to be that way. It turns out Carter James, you know, he stood up for himself. He made himself the leader of the team by becoming out as captain. I guess, of course, that wasn't tag team action specifically, but they really did show their strength in that matchup, the pair of them. And in comes Carter James, and now gets him up on the shoulders. What they're thinking here, oh, look at this. Oh, what a beautiful German suplex out of the fireman's carry. Beautiful tag team work from KO Oxley and Carter James. And they're just becoming a stronger tag team day after day, and there's a Northern Lights suplex. And the Fight Night brand holding their own here. Mayhem trying to fight on. Remember, they have home advantage. It could be a very embarrassing defeat if they were to suffer the loss. Drags him to his corner, and then in comes Jayden again. And some good tag team work between these two. Of course, we wouldn't be 100% sure what their relationship was like. Of course, Jayden, not really a sore loser, but look at that, a middle rope, Phoenix Splash, and now into the cover, and he's only going to get a 1 count. It was, yeah, of course, it was a very big surprise for Jayden to lose, so we don't know what the relationship's going to be like. He's never really been much of a gracious loser, although he did show a lot of respect for his defeat that he suffered. And now some more tag team action here from Oxley and James, and now look at this, just beating him down on the top rope there in the corner. Jayden defenseless. And these two are working really well here tonight, and like I say, these two have become such great partners. They've really learned to trust each other and use each other's strengths and weaknesses here as a team. And look at this, Carter James being beaten down, not the legal man, and Oxley tried to capitalize, but Jayden had an answer for him as well and tosses him to the outside. And so, based on what the two teams I know, who do I think right now is the stronger team? Well, obviously right now, SDC has 4 members. He has 4 members. He's only revealed 3. Wants to keep the last one surprise. And that's an understandable thing to do. Oh, look at that. Manages to crawl to the tag. Back in comes Carter James. Oh, and a well-chopped block down there to stop the momentum off that hot tag. And, yeah, so right now we only know 2 members for a team fight now. But it's a tag team. And that always gives you an advantage. Because as they're showing tonight, they have that tag team knowledge, that tag team experience that they can use to pick up the tag team victory. And that is exactly what they've been trying to do tonight. Oh, look at this, spins him around, and there's the big face plant. And now working away on the arm again. So yeah, they have the tag team experience as a tag team. And who knows, they might try to recruit maybe another tag team to be a part of Team Fight Night. Of course, no champions are allowed to participate in this matchup. So that means the exclusion of Big Willie, the Wolfpack. Of course, in Mayhem's case, that'll be Brad Skeens and Aaron Albright. They've got their own troubles to deal with. They'll be fighting at the pay-per-view. Oh, look at that. Tried to land the big strike there, but big counter by Jayden. And now Jayden has him in a big position away from the ropes. It's the knee bar. The knee bar that won him his first world title. And now has him in a good position here. He could tap. In trouble, but no, he escapes. And very rarely that is escaped by anything other than rope break. But now spinning him around. Looking for the kill switch. Connects. Connects with the kill switch. And now dragging him to his team's corner. Might want to consider tagging out. That was a big move, but took some heavy hits before that. No, he's going to go for the cover here. Carter James. Foot's under the ropes, though. Poor placement. And now like that beautiful sling blade onto SDC. And SDC rolled out of harm's way. Oh, but Jayden with the escape. And Jayden needs to capitalize on the momentum. Went for a belly-to-belly. Couldn't connect. And now, look at this. Carter James. Oh, and a beautiful Uranagi. Did you see the impact on that? And straight into the cover. Carter James to pick up the win for Fight Night. Oh, no. It was very close, but it's 2.5. 2.5 count here for the team of KO Oxley and Carter James. And they have the control right now. They may have the away advantage, but they're picking up a dominant performance here tonight. And now look at this. Looking for that lumbar check right onto the back. And he's taking the heavy hits now. Carter James and KO Oxley in complete control. And SDC down on the outside of the ring. And now this could be over. This could be it. Looking for that massive double backstabber. And that's got to be it for Jayden. 1, 2, and no! Jayden kicks again. And Oxley and James can't believe it. I thought that was it after the double backstabber, but couldn't quite do it in a knee across the jaw there. And SDC needs to be tagged in now. His partner's in desperate trouble. Jayden is struggling here tonight, but look at this, managing to escape. Okay, he's kicked out twice out of he's had 2 big kickouts. Now needs to mount some offense of his own. Might be able to do so here with a brainbuster, and does. Now needs to tag out. He desperately needs to. Hold on a minute. He's got something left in the tank. Can he land it? Phoenix Splash! Phoenix Splash! It couldn't put away SDC, but can it put away Carter James to win it for Mayhem? No, it's a kick out at 2.5. And what was that from SDC? Tried to stop KO Oxley from getting involved, but it was a pathetic attempt. And now look at this, Northern Lights. SDC sent out the ring, but SDC didn't really help out his partner there. Oh, but now might be able to. There's the tag as Oxley and SDC comes in. SDC probably going to have to carry the rest of this match now. But there's the dropkick, misses the second attempt. Now being brought back up to his feet by KO Oxley, who's also fresh in off the tag. And now, this is an interesting one, because realistically this has now become the 2-on-1 situation. Jayden has been beaten down, hit with the double backstabber. I don't know how much left he has in the tank. SDC might have to finish this one off himself, but it looks like he's up for the task. Massive clotheslines there. He's ready to do this himself if he has to. Look at this, the springboard. Beautiful acrobatic display there. Such grace from SDC. And maybe we'll have to check his eligibility for the Cruiserweight division. Now dragged to the middle of the ring. What's he got in store here? Oh, the massive knee to the head. Setting him up for another one. And one more to complete the combo. And SDC really fighting back here. Jayden is still down. He took a hell of a beating. No wonder he's still down. And look at that. A little DDT to his knee. And into the cover goes SDC. He's only going to get a 1. Carter James quite tired as well. So maybe this is just going to be a one-on-one situation. Jayden is back to his feet, but I question whether or not it's worth bringing him back into this match. And I don't think that he can worry about that right now, because Oxley and James have him trapped in his corner. And in a vulnerable position here is SDC. There's the backbreaker. And what a fight these two are putting on. Oh, look at this. Whoa! Pop-up punch from Carter James, and SDC didn't see that coming. And now Oxley and James dealing with the Mayhem team captain on the other side. And oh no, in a bad place here as the German suplex hits. And SDC being beaten down by James and Oxley, the co-captains of Friday Fight Night. And now look at this, tossed back into the ring. And now what's he thinking? SDC. Oh, and just crashed onto the apron. And, oh, and a drop kick as well. Great teamwork from Oxley and James. And now Oxley ready to put this one away. This could be it for SDC. Oh, Mayhem about to suffer a defeat to Fight Night. Here comes the powerbomb backstabber. And straight into the cover, I'm assuming. He's going to get him away from the ropes, wisely so. Have Mayhem lost this time? Have Fight Night picked up the win? You know, another kick out by SDC. And how on earth are Mayhem still in this? Fight Night have dominated for quite some time in this match, but just can't score the winning cover. Jayden and SDC just refusing to give in. And of course, this is just the fighting spirit they're showing tonight. But can they do it again at the pay-per-view? But now look at this, SDC ready to pull away KO Oxley. Oxley's in trouble. Scooping him up. Looking for it, maybe. Pop-up cutter. We saw that earlier tonight from Jax Wolfe. But now SDC to do it. Has SDC done it? Has he picked up the win for Mayhem? Jayden saves it, but he still kicks out KO Oxley. And both teams fight hard, and neither one of them giving an edge. This is real pride on the line. This is for the pride of their brand. This is for the pride of the fight. And now look at this. Into the cover off the Samoan driver. And oh, he nearly got it. SDC nearly got it. Tag. Back in comes Carter James. And Fight Night have just kept control. They've lost it for a second there off the pop-up cutter. But in reality, they've dominated the match. And they're still probably the fresher team. But that never stopped SDC. We saw last week, took nothing short of a truck hitting him to keep him down, and he didn't even stay down. And now has Oxley in a bad position. Oh, look out! Big counter and a pop-up punch. Pop-up fastball punch, and now in a bad position as the kill switch is about to be connected. There it is! And Jayden on the outside, down and out. He's not in a position to help Northern Lights. Not in a position to help out his partner, who's stuck in a 2-on-1 situation right now. But Carter James could be very close to wrapping this one up. Oh, looking for a DDT, well countered by SDC, refusing to give in. Oh, look at this. Beautiful combination. And following through with a clothesline. And that's the type of momentum he needs to get into this. Oh, look at that. Was looking for a middle rope dive, but the tag was made there by Carter James. And back in comes KO Oxley. And another takedown by KO Oxley, and who's now stomping away on him on the floor here. Oh, look at that. Oh, caught the attention of Jayden there, and Jayden tried to deal with Jayden, but Jayden comes out with a sunset flip. And SDC still dazed while all this is happening. And KO Oxley's having even... Oh, and KO Oxley couldn't turn around in time. I was about to say he did turn around in time. He didn't. SDC could manage to turn around and feed off the distraction that was set by Jayden. Beautiful tag team work there. And is he going to tag in Jayden? He does. I mean, he's taken some hits himself, but Jayden has taken the majority of the hits. And it was a questionable decision to bring him back in. He is back in now, and it counters the suplex. And now, what's he got planned for him? Pump handle gutbuster. And now to the top row, maybe to wrap this one up for Team Mayhem. Phoenix Splash, and straight into the cover. No! Is it a rope break? I think it was. I don't know why on earth he'd break that up otherwise. I think the referee calls rope break. I'm not sure about that one, though. Maybe he hooks his leg a little bit too far back. But Mayhem still doing as much as they can to keep the win. It would be embarrassing here to suffer the first loss at home. And it's a split-legged moonsault. And of course, Jax Wolfe will be joining the team very shortly after his big win here tonight to become a member of Team Mayhem. But tonight, it's about these two teams. And look at this Tiger Powerbomb! And SDC and Jayden working well together. Middle rope Phoenix Splash. And this match has been going on for some time. Both teams are beaten down, they're hurt. And I don't know how many more kickouts these two teams have left. But KO Oxley and Carter James losing the control that they've had for the majority of the match. But now has SDC in the corner. Might have been thinking of making the tag again, couldn't do it. And now once again into the corner. He's trying to set up for something, but SDC just refusing to let it happen. Big counter this time by KO Oxley. Once again to the corner. There's only so many times he can burst out of that corner, and he's managed to do it again. And this time lands a suplex, and now he can actually escape the corner, and he does. And now wearing down right in Carter James' face, or KO Oxley attack to the knee. And of course, the team captain of Mayhem, he has to look strong and represent his team, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here tonight. But KO Oxley and Carter James was proving to be a tough competition for him. SDC once again escapes the corner. And Carter James and KO Oxley clearly have a plan once he gets there, but they just don't know what to do. And now tossed to the opposite corner. That's not where he wants to be. Tag made. Back in comes Jayden. And a bit more tag team work. There's the leg drag. Oh, and into an elbow drop. And straight into the cover off of it. Tries to flip him around. Took him a little while to do so. Gets the cover. Is it going to be enough? Ooh. And that just shows you how little energy they have in the tank. Not a big move, but it did the damage and nearly scores the win. And this has been going on for so long now, but which team can pull away? Which team can score the win and get a new superstar for their brand? Looking to jump. There's a forearm. And stomping away. And now look at this. Looking for that double underhook. No, well countered. And now into the cover. Right in SDC's corner. And Jayden kicks out because of the rope break, I think. And now look at this, wearing down the elbows onto the top of the head. KO Oxley and Carter James have lost the control well and truly now. But now looking to get it back. One more big move. Can win it all. And once again can't land it in the corner. I'll put a big counter by KO Oxley. He's got to get it done eventually. Whatever they're trying to do must be big. That's why he keeps going for it. But Jayden and SDC keep with an answer to it. I was looking for a superplex. Maybe that's what he's been trying to do this whole time. Couldn't connect, and a cannonball from the top rope. Beautiful move there by Jayden. And now Jayden, big strike, spins him around. What's he thinking? Big counter by Oxley. Neither team willing to give in here in this main event. But now Oxley, look at this, looking for the knockout punch. And he bounces off the rope. Massive impact there. And that could be it. KO Oxley into the cover. Can SDC get there? Yes, he can. And he knocked Carter James down in the process. Mayhem's still alive. And neither team giving in. But look at this. KO Oxley knows what to do next to wrap this one up. This surely is it if he can connect. His teammate's not there to stop SDC though. But there's the backbreaker. The cover. Can SDC get there in time? Wait a minute. SDC didn't even pay attention. They've done it. Fight Night win! What was SDC doing? He just wasn't paying attention, and the backstabber powerbomb was hit. And Oxley and James win. Well, what a tough battle, but SDC making his first real mistake as captain there. What the hell was that about? What a fight, indeed. That was. But in the end, Fight Night take the home advantage and they win. Take the away, they win with away advantage, should I say, not the away advantage. I don't know what I'm trying to say at this point. But KO Oxley and Carter James pick up a win, and they will now add a new superstar from Mayhem to the Fight Night roster. And that is going to wrap up tonight. It's a win for Fight Night tonight, but can they do that again in 4 weeks' time at the big pay-per-view that is Mind Games? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I surely did. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!